Allison Pearson picks up her phone and she tweets an imaginary piece of two-tier police. Isn't it fearsome? Da, 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 da. I reckon that can make quite a good parody song. You think?
No.
Huh?
I think...
All the radicalized people, where do they all come from? No?
I just think, like, maybe a different singer.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
And so, first to the Times this morning, who cover the latest embarrassing, humiliating chapter in the story of Allison Pearson, the Telegraph, two-tier policing, and so on.
Now, super quick recap. Back in the middle of November, the Telegraph ran a front-page splash about Allison Pearson's experience with the Metropolitan Police. Basically, what happened was this. There was a tweet on X where there was two policemen next to men of South Asian heritage, and they were holding a flag. I think it was like a Pakistani flag. It was nothing to do with Gaza, nothing to do with Free Palestine, wasn't even in London, it was up in Manchester. And Allison Pearson saw this and allegedly tweeted, "Look at these two coppers smiling with the Jew haters," right? And so somebody else saw this tweet and they were like, that is inciting racial hatred, because there is a suggestion there that these two gentlemen are anti-Semitic. So she gets reported, the police come knocking on her door, rat-a-tat-tats, and they start questioning her. She then goes to the Telegraph and says, this is Kafkaesque, this is two-tier policing. Because look at this lot. They can do their hate marches, they can chant from the river to the sea, and that's anti-Semitic.
But me, Allison Pearson, if I allegedly call somebody who's not even connected to the Gaza and Free Palestine causes a Jew hater, and inaccurately assert that this is taking place in London when it's actually taking place in Manchester, if I do that, suddenly I get a visit at the door by the police.
So, quite predictably, everybody from Kemi Badenoch to Robert Jenrick to Elon Musk, everybody on the right starts getting in on this. Boris Johnson published a piece in the Mail on Sunday saying it was reminiscent of the worst parts of the Soviet Union. Like, everyone jumps on this narrative that this is two-tier policing. It's real, this thing.
So that is what happened. That is the context to this story. Now, part of this narrative was that she was being investigated or visited for a non-crime hate incident, was the way that it was being reported.
And then, hilariously, on top of getting the wrong police force, allegedly, in that tweet, on top of getting the wrong cause that those protesters were behind, again, allegedly.
On top of allegedly asserting that these two gentlemen were anti-Semites, on top of all of that, the Essex police force who were investigating it went on record to say, actually, we're not accusing her of a non-crime hate incident. I really don't know where she's got that from. We are investigating her for inciting racial hatred.
No, it's not true. I tell you, it's Keir Starmer's Marxist communist Great Britain. It's two-tier policing, I tell you. They're going to throw me in the gulags for speaking my truth / alternative facts.
So, what happened next? Well, Essex police bowed to political pressure and wound down the investigation. But the Home Secretary of the Labour government, Yvette Cooper, asked the Home Office to look into this anomaly of two-tier policing. Like, is it real? Do they have a point? Can you try to find some examples for me so that we can start to construct some policy to address the problem and to protect these journalists, guys?
And now, what is the outcome of that report?
Claims of two-tier policing are extremism, Home Office concludes.
It's the top story in the Times, the print edition and the website and the app.
Home Office alert over dizzying range of extremism. Claims of two-tier policing are an extreme right-wing narrative, according to an internal Home Office review, who recommended sweeping changes to be implemented with regards to how extremism is tackled.
Which basically confirms, nay, validates everything that people like me have been saying this entire time since this story exploded. It's like, look, she got something wrong, allegedly. She got something wrong on that tweet. She cast aspersions. And then when she was found out, she pretended that she was being persecuted by some sort of Stalinist Soviet thought police outfit. She and the Telegraph had ample opportunity to go, all right, okay, look, I might have got that thing wrong there. I'm really sorry about that. But they thought it would be more advantageous to construct this narrative where not only was she totally within her rights to say these ridiculous things, but also it would be a cog in the machine of pretending that, I don't know, Keir Starmer is a Marxist, that he wants to gain control of or silence his dissidents. And now the Home Office have looked into it and they're like, yeah, you know, you were talking about the two-tier policing thing. Yeah, well, that is complete horseshit. Oh, and also these aversion to taking responsibility, everyone to the left of Hitler is a fucking communist narratives about two-tier policing, they are evidence of extremism. And you should probably look into that. How are the Telegraph handling this? Do you think they're doing it with good grace? Do you think they're holding up their hands? No, absolutely not. They're going with non-crime hate laws set to be expanded. Because in their mind, it's like, look, non-crime hate laws. That is why she was visited by the police. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was inciting racial hatred. But now they're going to interpret even us talking about two-tier policing as though that's part of some big problem also. Like, it is just beyond their toolkit, beyond their skill set to be able to stand back objectively and go, look, maybe we got this wrong. Have we been radicalized? Are we living in our own imagined reality with all of this stuff? I mean, if you want my opinion on it, it remains the same as before. If you truly think that there is a problem with two-tier policing, where people are, without warrant, being hassled by the police for their political beliefs, rather than factually that they were being visited because they may allegedly have broken racial incitement laws, my advice remains the same. Why don't you lobby for one of your national inquiries about it? See what comes out in the wash. Over to The Guardian, who report on the US tech stocks that took a tumble yesterday. Oh dear, that is sad, isn't it? Basically, this is a story that a Chinese AI firm / app, it's called DeepSeek. It shot to the top of the American app stores. People like it more than using ChatGPT. What's good about it? It's reliable. It gives you the information that you want. It is slick. It's new. It's hyped up. And I suppose it comes off the back of a little bit of anti-Silicon Valley, anti-Zuck, anti-Musk kind of feeling. I mean, Musk has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons recently, supporting AfD at that German rally, the Nazi salute the other day. Then we have the barely publicised ChatGPT outage that took place last week, and finally we had the TikTok ban, albeit, you know, it's only a day or 2 days before it was reversed. But still, it's probably enough to make a whole chunk of users look at Congress, the Senate, Trump, Biden, Zuckerberg's lobbying, like that whole thing, that whole state overreach in a, you know, bit of a dim light. And what is there to fill that gap? Chinese technology, Chinese engineers, Chinese AI, and now obviously Chinese apps. Now, if this worries you, don't worry, because I'm sure that Zuckerberg will be along any minute to start a rumor that it messes with your Spotify, or like, do you remember that stuff? Do you remember when House Party exploded and everyone was like, this could be a real Facebook killer? And then this rumor started online that House Party messes with your Spotify, or he will copy all of the app's best features, or he will lobby with hundreds of millions of dollars just to get rid of it, have it banned. This is the era that we live in, guys. It's one where rich people can do as they please, they can have things banned, they can get tax cuts if they wish. Billionaires hold all of the cards, while poor people, or relatively poor people, have no such voice, no such influence. We have no cards to play. We just have to pick up the pieces and deal with it, don't we? It's like two-tier capitalism, I suppose. Just another